There's so many things about this that I like the OA having options, whether that's an entity, whether it's an African priest, voodoo priest. I don't really
So you talked about the OA as being an asset to the project. A lot of people were worried about it. That was, to me, one of the interesting facets. And Richard has been very clear. He made this pitch originally, at least originally to me, beginning of 2019. What if there were a coin that were egalitarian in its rules, but had a uh, had a large minority holder who cared very much about the price by dint of being a large minority holder? It maps very well onto my experience in tech firms where compensation for top executives is primarily in equity in the company, where they're highly motivated to make that equity as valuable as possible. What would that be like? And how do you build a set of rules that is fair in all ways, but also can codify the creation of this large minority holder? And that was a challenge unto itself. Making sure that there was fairness in the distribution of the coins was a challenge in itself. And the OA and Flush Address having these tools at their disposal that are the same tools that you and I have. We can acquire ETH, we can acquire HEX, and can do things with those. They do the same thing, but because, what is it? The physicist, some physicist made a reference that more is different. More isn't better or worse; it's different. So, like when you talk about particles, when you talk about like particle size, you go from subatomic particles to molecules and collections of particles to Newtonian physics. More is just different. You get a different set of rules, a different set of dynamics. And the same thing is true with FA and OA. They're large minority holders. They can do things that are more impactful than things that we can do, even though we can acquire the same tools that they have, just smaller, sort of smaller scale. So those were interesting facets. I agree that those are assets to the project. And if people disagree, then they don't like the premise. So ignore the project. Don't worry about it.